from 0 to 9, right? And the dot means that the string is unlimited. I can dial 10-digit numbers, 4-digit numbers. I can dial 20-digit numbers. The PBX will still allow it to go through. So if so normally this is the standard route that you get when you try to create any outbound route. It comes as X dot, which means it allows anything, right? Let me just quickly add a trunk. I'm gonna create something so that at least we have something to use for the purposes of demonstration. Okay, so I'm going back to my core control. So now I'm creating an outbound route, which I'm gonna call out. I'm gonna leave my pattern as it is. Then I'm gonna move my trunk. So this is the trunk that I'm gonna be using, for example. So I'll move it to the right-hand side. Right, then I'll select. I can select extensions that I wanna use. So I can use extension 1000, 1002. Then I can add them like this. So this is what my route will look like. So to give it priority, I can move it up. Right. So if I select all the extensions, right, when it comes to execution, if I select all extensions into that route, when it comes to execution, the route that is on top gets first priority. So whatever call I try to send through, it first has to match the first the dial pattern here. If it doesn't match, then it goes on and looks for another outbound route. So this is an example of how you create an outbound route, and this actually comes in handy if you've got a cloud instance and you've got more than one client on that instance. You can actually specify the routes that you want to use for certain extensions. So say for example you've got a cloud PBX and you've sold it maybe to you've sold extensions maybe to 3 or 4 companies. They can actually run off the same instance. What you have to specify, you have to specify the routes. So when it comes to the routing now, what you do is you will have to add each company's SIP trunk, VX, Cloud. Set up your time conditions. Normally, time conditions, you need them when you want to specify in your dial plan. If you are using, if your number starts with 1, for example, or you want to filter certain numbers, certain people from calling certain, you can use Z to mean that any number that starts with 1. So when you're creating your dial plans, what you do is as allow that to go through, right? If I wanna block people from or I want to set up my PBX for people to dial 1 first before they 1 first to pick a line, right? What I will have to do is I will have to clear this out and add a 1, for example, right? Then I can add an X X dot. Then what I have to do is I have to strip the first digit, right? Then I'll set my